Hi, everyone.
Hello. We are going to wait a few minutes until everyone is on the call, and then we could start, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Jonathan. Nice to meet you. Let's wait just a few minutes before everyone is here so we can start. Okay, just wait 2 more minutes and we will start. There are still some people missing. Okay, I think we can start. There is still some key people missing, but perhaps they are going to join on the road here today. We are so glad to welcome you to this start of the open call for public and private buyers of the InnoMatch project. My name is Carlos Gonzalez from TICBioMed, one of the partners from this project, and we were really willing to introduce you to what we are going to do within the InnoMatch program. First of all, there is some housekeeping rules. This session is going to be entirely recorded. You are going to find both the record and also the slides presented by email after the session. All the participants should be mute until there is the time.
Tengo un webinar.
Te veo el martes.
¿El martes?
Bueno, mañana sí, eso sería
Sí, hablamos.
Andrea, I'm going to, okay. As I was saying, all the participants should be muted until it is time for the Q&A, and you are going to have there in the chat also the possibility to be writing your questions until it is time to do them. Okay, well, now we are going to have the agenda presented shortly. Bertrand Wert from ISMEA, the project officer, with Ina Gencheva from F6S, the project coordinator, are going to welcome you on board to shortly explain what is InnoMatch about, its concept, and the key steps to follow. Then Vassilis Tsanidis from the Innovation Procurement Advisor in ISMEA is going to present the EIC Innovation Procurement Programme. After him, the selected buyers from this open call are going to present their unmet needs, what were the awarded applications. Then me is going to briefly do an overview of what's going to be next within the next 6 months. And after that, each of the speakers are going to dig in depth in each of the different tasks to be done, as the aggregation of the buyer process, challenge definition, what is the open call for EIC awardees, which is going to complement this open call for public and private buyers. Then we are going to have an overview of the InnoMatch program and some communication tips. After all these different points, you are going to have your voice, and you are going to be able to do all your different questions. Okay, so with no more time to waste, I would like to give the floor to both Bertrand Wert and Nina Gencheva. So Bertrand, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Carlos. Thanks a lot, and good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to be with you this afternoon. Thanks for the time you are taking to be with us. And we know that this is precious. So my name is Bertrand Wert. I'm working for the European Innovation Council, program coordinator on innovation procurement, together with my dear colleague Vassilis Tsanidis, that will take the relay later on to present you more in detail what InnoMatch is all about. Very briefly, in this warm introduction, just to let you know that thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the program. Thank you to be now a partner of the European Innovation Council. Your support is precious. You, as buyers of innovative solutions, you are very precious to us. And indeed, via InnoMatch, but also other programs that Vassilis will also present, has been for EIC or some others. We, the EIC, we are at your service to support you in any ways, any means. The good news is that all this program, Innovation Procurement Program, is developing very well. So you're lucky to be with us right now, because there is even more in the near future. On this, just to say that indeed you have been coming to InnoMatch, to us, with some of your needs, unmet needs, and you are covering very interesting sector domain that we have solutions for you within our community of innovative, very innovative companies. That's the aim of this program, to match, to reach, to have together you guys, the buyers and potential suppliers for your needs, and to make it happen, that you will be happy to have very innovative solutions, and that the companies we are backing financially, that we are supporting, also will have in the future potential clients such as you. So that's overall a bit the philosophy, the overall intention behind all this program. And once again, yeah, thanks a lot for joining us, for joining the EIC and the Innovation Procurement Program. And we will remain at your service. We hope to meet you soon, for real, physically. The floor is yours now, Ina.
Thank you, Bertrand. Hello, everyone. Warm welcome on my end as well, and welcome aboard. Next slide, please. I think, yeah. We've prepared for you a slide with the InnoMatch call for public and private buyers aftermath. And I want to show you some figures and the main thematic areas that you were welcome to submit your application. All in all, we received 35 applications. 15 out of them were over the threshold, and at the end of the day, we selected 4 of those applications. We've been collecting applications in 5 thematic areas, matching the main thematic areas of the EIC Innovation Procurement Programme that Bertrand mentioned about, and Vassilis will be sharing with you in more detail later on. So 5 thematic areas: health and life sciences, agriculture, construction and manufacturing, digital transformation, energy, environment, sustainability and mobility. We've received different number of applications for each of the thematic areas, and unfortunately we received only one application under the construction thematic area. Next slide. So at the end we selected applications in 4 thematic areas. Unfortunately, the application in the construction one was not awarded in this open call. And now we will proceed with the InnoMatch program with the agriculture, food and beverages, energy, environment, sustainability and mobility area, thematic area, digital transformation, and health and life sciences. And we have 4 public buyers. Next slide. We have 4 buyers, 2 public and 2 private buyers that will proceed with the InnoMatch program. But of course, there are a lot of other opportunities for all the buyers that submitted their applications in InnoMatch. You can also benefit from the InnoMatch capacity building sessions and our experts, and you can be observers, as you will understand later on. And you can also benefit from the other services and opportunities within the wider umbrella of the Innovation Procurement Programme of EIC. And I think I will stop here and will pass the word to the other presenter, who is, I believe, Vassilis Tsanidis, who will share more about the Innovation Procurement Programme. Welcome aboard once again.
Sorry, I don't hear you. Can you see my presentation?
We see it,
We
but
do.
there are
Okay. Thank you very much, Ina. On my side, I would like to welcome you all to the EIC Innovation Procurement Programme family. First of all, to the family of the EIC, European Innovation Council. As you have heard from Bertrand, it is really important to work with you, to hear your needs in order to be able to provide solutions that may be useful for you through the EIC, European Innovation Council portfolio. As you may know, European Innovation Council is one of the flagship initiatives of Horizon Europe program, and actually it supports through different funding schemes, Pathfinder, Transition, and Accelerator, Pathfinder for early stage innovation, Transition for more mature technologies, and Accelerator for more close to the market innovative solutions, top-notch innovators in our continent. That's why it is really important for you to stay tuned with us in order to be able to find solutions that may serve the citizens if you are a public buyer, or you can make your private sector entity, your corporate, more competitive in the market if you are private sector buyer. But EIC does not stop there. We have put in place many programs also to support the scaling up of these innovators. One of these programs is the Innovation Procurement Program that I am going to present it to you right now. So by participating in this InnoMatch call, by participating in this proof of concept or pilot tests that will be funded through InnoMatch, you have also the opportunity to take part in different other activities of the EIC Innovation Procurement Program that InnoMatch is inseparable component. So here you see an overview of all the activities that we have put in place for both the demand and the supply side. At the center, there is the EIC Innovation Procurement Community that is a community of public and private sector buyers that interacts with EIC beneficiaries. I will explain everything later in more detail, but here you have an overview of how we are working at EIC, because we do believe that innovation procurement should be at the forefront of support measures to mainstream the commercialization of innovative solutions in our continent. So we are having also different activities regarding the matchmaking. So regularly we're organizing matchmaking events between EIC beneficiaries and public or private sector buyers. If you are public procurer, we have a free of cost assistance to public buyers to carry out innovation procurements, because they have to follow procedures coming from public law to implement procurers, and we are here to help. We are organizing academies for the supply side for the EIC beneficiaries, a toolkit for the EIC beneficiaries, and we are providing assistance to EIC awardees to participate in your tenders, in tenders in Europe, but also at the global level. And of course, part of this activity, as said, and inseparable component is the POCs and the pilot tests that are supported through this InnoMatch project. Here you have a visualization of how this program works in different steps, depending on the maturity of the EIC awardees, because our focus, our main aim is to be able to facilitate the commercialization of the innovative solutions that have been developed through the EIC support through procurement in Europe, but also at the global level. The first step is about getting to know procurement. The second step is about meeting the buyers, and the third and fourth steps, it's about collaboration with the buyers, either through the POCs or through the participation in tenders that the buyers are publishing. Let's see these steps in more detail. I will start with the first step, that is getting to know innovation procurement. So as said here, we have the innovation procurement academies that aim to foster the skills of EIC innovators to get to know innovation procurement. So far, we have opened the academies only for EIC awardees, but as of now, we start to change, because we have received requests from public and private sector buyers to take part in these academies. So we are gradually opening these academies also to buyers. If you are interested, I have the details for the next academy that will take place from 17th to 20th of November this year. So if you are interested, you are more than welcome to participate. We have also a toolkit for the EIC awardees, a toolkit. There are numerous toolkits about public buyers to do innovation procurement, but there are not so many about the private sector. So that's why private focused on the suppliers. That's why we have created, and we are updating regularly a toolkit focused on the needs of the EIC awardees, that provides a toolkit with a lot of modules about innovation procurement in Europe, but also at the global level. You see that we are covering many countries at the global level. We have already published a toolkit about the US, South Africa, Canada, and Japan. More are to be published. And the idea here is to provide hands-on information to EIC as innovative SMEs and startups to act as potential suppliers in tenders in Europe, but also at the global level. In this step also, we are offering free of cost assistance to public buyers. Do not hesitate if you are a public buyer to participate, to make use of this offer. And if you are interested in carrying out an innovation procurement, it's free of cost, and it could complement the POC or the pilot test that you may have with in the context of InnoMatch. So on top of the POC of pilot test, you may also receive free of cost assistance in order to do your innovation procurement, provided, of course, that you are happy with the results of this POC or pilot test. Connecting with buyers, as said, we are organizing regularly matchmaking events between EIC awardees and public or private sector buyers. So if you are interested, don't hesitate to contact us, me personally, but also the project of the colleagues from InnoMatch about your intention if you would like to have a matchmaking with EIC awardees. So this could be of interest to you. The next matchmaking, that to give you an idea, that we have teamed up with the Port of Antwerpen, the Belgian Customs, and we are organizing a matchmaking in the area of cocaine detection, drug detection in ports. So you understand that there are public buyers or private sector buyers that they are eager to look into innovative solutions coming from the EIC. That's why we are teaming up with them, and we are providing, we are organizing this matchmaking, and we are making their lives easier, meaning that we are showing to them what innovations there are on the market from the top-notch innovators that the EIC is supporting. Here is how we are working. We are open launch calls, and then we invite the EIC awardees to apply, and then the buyers are selecting those that they would like to present their innovative solutions in front of them. A very important information for you: don't hesitate to participate in the communities that we have put in place. There are communities of buyers along with that are looking into the innovations of EIC awardees. They are interacting with them. There are two ways to participate in these communities. Both are applicable or offered to you. So through the EIC community portal, where we have 5 different categories of public and private sector interest, you can participate in this EIC community portal. I have the links at the end of my presentation, or through the a dedicated LinkedIn group that we have put in place for this purpose. It's a unique opportunity for you, irrespective of your status. Either you are public or private sector buyer, you are more than welcome to participate in these communities and to stay tuned and to interact with EIC awardees regarding the challenges that you face. This is a slide about the assistance that we are offering to EIC awardees to submit offers in tenders. So not so much applicable to you, but we are trying to prepare the supply side, because in procurement it takes 2 to tango, not only the buyers that they would like to buy innovative solutions, but also the suppliers. They need to be ready to respond to your calls. So we are preparing and we are supporting the supply side to be ready to respond to your calls. And of course, I mean, like I said, InnoMatch is inseparable and important, very important component of this activity. I don't say much about InnoMatch because, and I focus on the rest of the activities of the EIC Innovation Procurement Programme, because I let time for the colleagues to explain in detail InnoMatch project and how it could be applicable and how you could be benefit from the offers of the InnoMatch, especially for the buyers. Impact, some figures. You see that we started only last year, 2024, and we have significant impact in different areas, and we have managed because this is an important issue for us, we managed to unlock 127 million euros business opportunities through procurements for EIC beneficiaries. Here I have some testimonials and success stories because it is important to hear from those that they have received our services for the academies. I mean, like mainly EIC beneficiaries, because as said, up to now, it was open only to EIC awardees, innovative SMEs and startups. The testimonials are really, I mean, like show how important these academies were in order to enhance their skills about innovation procurement and to start operating in the procurement world. The same for the matchmaking events. It's a very interesting and very important tool to be engaged with the buyers from the public and the private sector. One success case, just for you to know, an EIC awardee that received support from us to take part in 3 different contracts in the context of a pre-commercial procurement in the health area. But we are providing assistance, as said, not only for procurements in Europe, but also for procurements outside Europe. So you have clear cases about companies that received support to submit offers in tenders in Australia and Middle East. And an important case for the assistance to public sector buyers to carry out innovation procurements. Here we teamed up with the governmental agency from Ireland to enrich the Irish for artificial intelligence tool to enrich the Irish language presence and usability. Here you have some useful links to if you would like to stay tuned. For example, you may register for our next academy. If you are a public buyer, do not hesitate to register to receive assistance to carry out innovation procurement. You may discover our toolkits, our YouTube videos, or you can join our LinkedIn group. And of course, do not hesitate to subscribe to our newsletter, where you can find news not only from the rest of the activities that I explained to you, but also from InnoMatch. So as said, InnoMatch is an important component of this effort. You are part, you have become part of a family. I seize this opportunity to welcome you once again to this EIC Innovation Procurement family. And as said, my colleagues from InnoMatch and myself and Bertrand, of course, we are at your disposal if you would like to have more questions and to know more about the activities of InnoMatch, but also of the rest of the activities of the EIC Innovation Procurement Programme. Thank you very much, and once again, welcome.
Thank you so much, Vassilis, for such a nice presentation on the EIC Innovation Procurement Unit, all the different services, also the academies, the toolkit. I'm quite sure that we are going to raise the interest of the attendees according to some of the services. Now we can go on to the stars of this webinar, which are the awardee buyers. Let's go first with the city of Ghent. I saw that, John, you are here.
Yes,
Nice to
hello.
meet you, to see your face after all the mailing. The floor is yours.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jorna Vijnen. I'm a project manager for the procurement department of the city of Ghent. What I want to introduce today is the AI for public procurement, which is an initiative we want to introduce to streamline public procurement by using artificial intelligence to draft tender specifications. We see this as an area where many public buyers face a common challenge, and we believe this could be a unique opportunity to address this together. If we look at the problem, I could say that like creating procurement specifications today is still a largely manual thing. It takes significant time, it's prone to human error, and it slows down the entire procurement process. While there are some early stage generalized AI prototypes, none of those are really fully integrated or legally compliant with what we need as public buyers. Neither do these AIs take our organizational values or specific procurement demands in considerations. This means that public buyers don't really have a market-ready solution which we could use to optimize parts of our tender specification writing. The commitment that we provide as our organization is well, we are quite dedicated to this. We have our staff and technical expertise we want to give to the project. I used to be a functional IT consultant, so I already have some experiences in bridging the gap between business needs and IT systems. We also have full support from our internal IT partner, which will also give us some additional technical expertise in how we could implement this and what we specifically need to make this project a success. Also, we have a formal commitment from our city council, which discussed this project, and also our general director, who are fully on board with everything we are doing here regarding to this project. The impact that we would like to have is, well, I think there are a lot of things that could improve if we could find such a solution. We think that procurements could be a lot faster, so the processes could be more streamlined. They could be more accurate. It could be especially also less costly. And we could generate documents that are up to the standard of a specific organization. Since these artificial intelligence could incorporate organizational values, specific procurement requirements, and it could also learn from specific best practices that are addressed. This way, we could allow our staff to focus on more higher value strategic work instead of writing these, well, very big tender specifications. And this could also help improve our public service. We do see this as something which could be designed for broader adoption. So this is something that could be of benefit of a lot of different organizations. It could create an opportunity for collaboration between public procurement organizations in which we could share our knowledge and best practices. And this tool could incorporate these general knowledge or these best practices, which could create a kind of artificial intelligence public procurement specialists, which could learn all the best things that we have as buyers, our knowledge, and we could implement this into a specific tool which could be used for so many public organizations. I would say that in conclusion, this is not only about automating procurement, it's much more than that. We would like to build a kind of shared capability across public organizations. And this could be, this approach could become a model for innovation and public procurement throughout Europe. And we look forward, I would say, to exchanging experiences, learning from each other, and maybe shaping a solution that could benefit the entire sector. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John. It is really interesting solution what you are proposing here. So we will be really excited to start working with you and to try to find that potential solver that could help you to develop this solution. Now we can go with the next solution, which is Deep Soil from Germany. So Julia, you are here as well?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hello, Julia. Yes,
Yes,
we hear
yes,
you, we see you.
perfect. I'm on a conference today, and this is why I'm sitting a bit in the crowd, and I just have my mobile. I have the presentation in front of me on my computer, so I can see everything. It's just a question before I start. With regards to the speaker before me, I actually have a company in mind who could be an interesting partner for you. Is there an option to share such proposals, or is it just you doing the job and please don't intervene?
I don't know who needs to answer this question. For me, I'm always open to anyone who could give me some context. I'm looking for any possible partner. So for me, but I don't know how it's inside of the InnoMatch. Yes, how it's supposed to go.
Be.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. So we will find a way now or later to make a connection there. It's just because it rang a bell in my head. Now I start with deep soil.
Sorry, Julia, this is Elena from TICBioMed. Just to quickly mention here that, as you know, for the funding that we will provide in this project, the company has to be an European Innovation Council company, because otherwise we cannot provide the funding. But for sure, I think it's a good idea to exchange the contact and see like which opportunities we can explore as well.
Perfect. But sorry for intervening on that. It's just
no, perfect. It's
very
perfect.
spontaneous thing, because
this is
I
innovation. So
yeah.
it's
Okay.
perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. So, yes. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity now to speak about Deep Soil. We're a Germany-based soil health startup. So we take care about enhancing the soil, mainly in grasslands or under grasslands right now. And we already have an AI solution that allows us to evaluate the carbon stock and water level, and also biodiversity within soils, which already gives us the opportunity to evaluate carbon credits and other soil carbon related assets. However, in order to make more use of our knowledge in farming, we need a solution for the nitrate observation in order to, on the one hand, validate and account the carbon stock in more detail, and based on that also allow farmers to use our solution for the optimization of their seed and fertilizers used on soils. We have a that's what we do and what our problem is. I now move to our commitment. So we have a pilot up and running of SoilMind already, and we have a set of AI specialists that would be able to integrate any type of nitrate observation system that might be out there in our already existing AI. What's important for us is that it's a science-based solution, and that we have some valuable or some references provided by a solution provider, which already have a kind of a history. I know this is a new field of soil carbon measurement, and especially when it comes to nitrogen nitrate measurement, it's even more novel. However, our customers have a strong risk aversity, I would say, both on the side of the financial markets, but also on the side of the farmers. Therefore, we have a dedicated soil scientists team at Deep Soil that would then interact with a potential partner that is able to provide the data we need and make use of it in our already existing AI. So what will be the impact of that? If we could measure the nitrate based large scale and integrate it into our SoilMind, this would make it much easier to effectively treat and feed plants and store even more carbon in soil under grassland. And if this combined brings down, on the one hand, the use of fertilizers, it increases the efficiency of the seed, and of course, by storing more carbon in the soil, it is a carbon offtake And what comes always with carbon storage, as you enhance the soil organic carbon matter in soils, when you do that, you also create a better water holding capacity and make soils more viable in itself. And we always say we heal the ground in the long term.
Oh, thank you so much, Julia. It is a super innovative need which involves really different fields. And it's going to be, as said before, it's going to be exciting to start working with you and try to support you in this challenge. Thank you so much for participating even when you are in another place. And looking forward to work with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you very much. I hope my battery is running down very quickly today. I don't know, Zoom seems to take a lot of electricity, so maybe I will drop out
Okay,
sooner or later. Okay,
we will follow you up by email, and we are going to see our faces again.
I try to listen as long as possible. I close my video now in order to save some battery.
Okay, thank you. So let's go with no hesitation for the next challenge, which is EH Group. I saw Jonathan at the beginning. So Jonathan, the floor is yours to explain the chief need.
Well, thank you so much. My name is Dr. Jonathan Halter. I'm a lead electrochemist and scientist here at EH Group, and welcome to CHEF, the low platinum CCM for cost-effective, high-performance fuel cells. At EH Group, our mission is clear. We want to decarbonize the marine sector, we want to decarbonize aviation, and we want to decarbonize data centers. We are a fuel cell stack and system developer. We develop fuel cell stacks from 100 watt up to 300 kilowatt. And we develop fuel cell system turnkey solutions to reduce clean electricity up to 250 kilowatts. We also are approved by the DNV for marine application. In order to keep producing and developing our stacks, we rely on suppliers to create our components. And the most important component is for us the catalyst-coated membrane, the CCM. It is the heart of the fuel cell. It is what allows the electrochemical reactions to take place. It allows us to transform the chemical energy from hydrogen and air into electrical power. CCMs require platinum as a catalyst. Despite of decades of research, there is no viable alternative that has been found. Platinum is also a key cost driver for us. On the one side, it's significant contributions to our overall costs. On the other side, it is also a non-scalable cost. Our other components, if we buy more of them, they tend to get much cheaper. This is, however, not true for noble metals such as platinum. Therefore, we have to decrease the amount of platinum we use. In current years, there has been a new technology developed, so-called high-speed magnetron sputtering, that we believe will make this reduction possible. It allows to have a more homogeneous distribution of the catalyst and therefore a better utilization. This allows us to, on the one side, to have thinner layers, having more efficient layers, but it also allows us to reduce the amount of catalyst we need. This, together with the high production speed that has been developed in recent years, will significantly contribute to lower costs for this most crucial component for us. We believe this project is going to be a true game changer for us, as it will allow us to reduce our cost and scale up our production. Only thanks to this, we can then also meet the rising demand in marine applications, in aviation and data centers. We hope to democratize fuel cells and bring them really to the masses and thereby contribute to Europe's clean energy competitiveness. So in order to really live up to our highest potential to reach our high targets, we need a more cost-effective, high-performance fuel cell. We need less platinum in our CCMs. We need CHEF. So you can see this project for us is an opportunity to a true breakthrough in our field, lower cost, higher performance, and a long lifetime. We're really excited to get started. I myself will be working on this project together with my colleague in R&D, Dr. Isabel Vasquez, and our CEO and founder, Dr. Martin Matian. I would like to thank again the EIC and InnoMatch for this great opportunity to be here today, and thank also all of you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, and congratulations to achieve this milestone, to be on board the InnoMatch program. We are also willing to work together with you.
No, we're looking very much forward to it.
Okay, so last but not least, we have Medtronic. I saw Donat, you are here. Welcome. Feel free to start.
Thank you. Nice to meet you all. So I'm working within Medtronic. Medtronic is a medtech company, so we're here to provide technology for healthcare, mainly hospitals. We're taking care about patients, and our mission is about improving healthcare, improving life through technology. Specifically here, we're speaking about the use of digital technology for healthcare. And you might know that healthcare is a sector which is under pressure because there are more and more patients, especially in our Western Europe country, where we have an aging population and lifestyle habits that are creating more demands for this sector. And at the same time, we have high constraints on the resources, the care teams. So there is a high demand for having technology that can help to facilitate these challenges. And this is where remote patient monitoring is rapidly growing, because the ability to take care of patients beyond the hospital walls is also a way to better care patients in a more continuous manner, and also to better utilize the resources that the hospital have. So in terms of time and efficiency for the care team, that's for sure a big win. Having said that, the remote patient monitoring technologies are facing impressing needs of accessing to data of patients that could be today collected in multiple ways. So you all know those fancy technology that come to us through wearables and in other manners, but few data points that are collecting in those wearables and connected devices are really considered to be used by medical teams, right? And the challenge here is really about that. The challenge is to rely on existing technologies that Medtronic developed through a platform, a digital health platform, which is called Cortex, which aims to facilitate the exchange of data between the patient, the care team, in order to better understand the patient conditions, prevent health deteriorations, and at the end, get a more personalized and more predictive healthcare. So we are eager to collaborate with innovative companies on this challenge. And our commitment here is the opportunity to work with a large company like Medtronic, who can help scaling innovative technology at an international level. Beyond that, let's say a commercial scaling aspect, there is for sure the help that we can bring in terms of digital health infrastructure and the ability to be connected to a broader ecosystem. And for sure, we have also a team which is eager to participate and to help the selected innovations on how to be integrated into this ecosystem, how to deal with data governance aspects, which is a very important part, as you can guess, in this field. And last but not least, the clinical validation that is required for then scaling those technologies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donat. Congratulations to achieve this opportunity and for bringing the opportunity also to other companies to support you in this unmet need. Thank you so much. We can move forward after seeing the 4 awardee buyers from this open call, and we can go to what is next. Just a brief overview. Let me explain, as it is very easy, then my colleagues are going to explain it in depth. So what is in for the awardee buyers for both EH Group, Medtronic, City of Ghent? During this month of September, we are going to perform the grouping of buyers according to the thematic areas and the unmet needs. We are going to take this and fine-tune into challenge. Then during October and the first 2 weeks of November, we are going to identify and to really, let's say, to really take a shine to these unmet needs and convert it into challenge that the EIC awardees can easily recognize and see if they can be solvers or not for this challenge. Then in January, we are going to open the open call for EIC awardee. Let's say this is the complementary call for this open call for buyers. Here we are going to look for that potential solvers that could address your need and help you to solve it. During the month of March, once you have signed all the needed documents with these potential solvers, you are going to have the evaluation and selection. And at the end, in June, you are going to start the 12 months of the InnoMatch program in the 3 different phases of prepare, deploy, and assess. Then, what is in for the non-selected buyers? As mentioned before, you can join one of the selected buyers as an observing buyer to gain access to the different results, lessons learned, and the findings that they could have during their pilot deployment. You could also explore the different EIC Innovation Procurement Services, as the one introduced by Vassilis, as the academies, the toolkit, other projects as a spin for EIC. You could also access the repository of resources of innovation procurement that the InnoMatch is providing within the website. I highly recommend that you go there and explore it. Then for sure you can be able to attend the different webinars that we are going to perform, the different services that we are going to cover, rather that these are for the EIC awardees or for you, the buyers, in order to maximize your chances of adoption, on how to explore the market to find the perfect solver for you, to have 100% match on, or even to how to keep a good relationship with them during the whole process. Also, you are going to have the opportunity of be so close to the InnoMatch team and to get more knowledge on the different open calls, as the one which is going to be open for combos for organization as you, for private and public buyers, and EIC awardees already paired. We can facilitate the contact with different EIC awardees that could solve your challenge by participating in the different matchmaking opportunities that the InnoMatch team is going to provide. So our suggestion is to keep attention to your inbox, to be close to the InnoMatch team, as these are going to be different opportunities you could take profit from. So after this, we are going to see what is going to be in the next 6 months, a little bit more in depth. And now it's time for the aggregation of the buyer process. Lucas, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you, and congratulations, of course, for all being here. We are, me at least from Civitta, we're leading the aggregation of buyers process, and it's basically a fancy way of saying how can we all work together in your thematic areas to kind of boost your impact, make your pilots more relevant, and at a lower burden, right? So if you could go to your next slide, I can kind of elaborate a bit more on what I mean by that. So joining forces and following the challenges that have been chosen per thematic area, it allows the buyer or the solution provider to get more inputs, right? From a wider set of potential buyers, meaning the solution that comes out of it and is being tested is more robust and is more relevant. It can even satisfy not only your need, but also your needs of the future. At the same time, and this is mostly for the observing buyers, it is also a lower burden to participate. If you are there with more buyers grouped together, it is a little bit easier to do than just with the one-on-one. So we really urge this aggregation on thematic areas, and we have tested this also in other projects to be super helpful to do. If you go to the next slide, I can maybe talk a little bit more about what it now means to be a lead buyer in a thematic area and what it means to be an observing buyer. So the lead buyer will work closely together with the EIC Awardee. They will go hand in hand for the pilot and proof of concept program that Carlos mentioned before. You know, the prepare, deploy, and assess phases, the 12-month pilot. They will take the full lead. They will be in monthly meetings, maybe some, and also in the review presentations, and they will take part more actively there. For the observing buyers, they are making the pilots more relevant by providing insights and needs from their side to the EIC solution provider. And they're also attending those review presentations to kind of have a check-in moment with, okay, how far did the pilot and proof of concept get along? What KPIs have already been achieved? Is it actually doing what it was supposed to do? And is it relevant for us? So those checking moments in the 12-month period would be 3 times. So you would have, at the deployment or the preparement phase, you will have a check-in moment. At the end of the deployment phase, you have a check-in moment. And then at the assessment phase, it would be good to have another check-in moment as well. If you could go to the next slide. I will present you a little bit of the logic of the approach. So step 1, it's done already, which is great. We have selected kind of the main challenge per thematic area. Step 2 would be to let the lead buyers reverse pitch their challenge. Sounds scary. It's not. I mean, you've already introduced yourself today, and other buyers are also in the room and they've heard it. However, we will talk a bit more about what exactly the solution would be looking for, and kind of a conversation starter with the observing buyers. After that, we will have a follow-up meeting to kind of work out the details, what parts of the unmet need can be expanded, what type of solutions are we looking for, etc. And then the step 4, that's kind of when we're up and running, and that would be to involve the observing buyers in those interim and final review meetings. If you could go to the next slide, I can show you kind of what we want to do. So we would like to meet 2 times in the near future, preferably actually already next week, by the way, which I will send you some invites about as soon as we have your consent. That will be the first meeting. It would be briefly to introduce as a lead buyer, hey, this is the challenge we're facing or the unmet need we're facing. This is what we would like to do. Do you have any immediate input or questions that we should take into account? And then in the last one, maybe 1 or 2 weeks after, we will meet again. And this is where, the observing buyers had some time to reflect. Do we want to be part of this? If so, how? And we can kind of, tie the relatively informal knot for moving into the next part of the program. Could you move to the next slide, please? Then I will show you a little bit about the buyer pitch meeting. super general, okay? Don't be, pitching sounds sometimes so scary, but what we just mean to say is, you're going to introduce and talk about your idea, okay? Or about your unmet need. It talks, then, or introduce your organization, done already. Talk about your initial problem, maybe the type of solution direction you're looking for, mostly focusing on, functional or desired features. How you aim to test the solution in your pilot or in your proof of concept, meaning what parts of your operations will this take place? Will it be at this factory or this location or this data center, this hospital wing? Like there's different things you can talk about here, with some Q&A at the end. If you go to the next slide, I want to show you kind of how we pre-matched some of that. So this is a pre-selection. It's based on how similar the challenges or the unmet needs were that you applied with. So this is where we see the most overlap between organizations, but it's not fully exhaustive, right? So some buyers are not listed here, and don't worry, everybody's welcome. Okay, so if you just heard about an organization talk and introduced themselves and you thought, oh, that's actually a problem we also want to solve. We didn't apply with it, but we do want to solve that. Then please do let us know. We would love to have you there and look in and help out in that area. Yeah. So here you can see that let's show interest or joining as an observing buyer maybe at the end of the meeting. I think that would be good. Anyway, we would need, of course, also the consent also of the lead buyer to one opening up this collaboration. So just because it's a table here doesn't mean it's set in stone, right? So this is just how we saw it from the beginning, where we see the most opportunities. We first want to have a quick chat over email with all of the lead buyers, seeing, okay, do you see this is relevant for you or not? And then we open it up and we include the observing buyers there too. Originally, I had this planned next week, Wednesday, by the way. So it is going to go rather quickly. You won't receive an email from me today, but you will receive one from me tomorrow. Just talking about the process. And also I want to see if this timing works out for you, or if you want to move it somewhere else. That's perfectly fine too. I think that's it from my side for now. I'm assuming there will be some questions towards the end, so please do ask. We're here to help and answer. Yeah. Thank you so
much, Lucas. There's no time to waste within the InnoMatch program, as it is so tight. We just have 12 months. Now it's time for the following task, which is the challenge definition. Elena, the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, Carlos. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, congratulations for being selected in the program. And for those of you that were not selected, as explained before, I'm sure that there are much opportunities that we can still find to work together. So if you can go to the next slide. So before I explain a little bit what we mean by challenge identification, just to mention that in InnoMatch, we are a consortium of organizations, and each of us will support you in our strengths, let's say. So for us, I'm coming, same as Carlos, from TICBioMed. We are a non-profit association based in Spain, but operating at the national and European level. And our mission is to create value and make an impact on healthcare innovation. I put healthcare within brackets because this is how we initially started, but we are opening up to other sectors as well. Next slide, please, Carlos. So we are specialized in kind of dynamizing the innovation ecosystem, because sometimes there are very good companies or innovators with powerful solutions. And then we also have big corporations or regional authorities, if they are public bodies, ready to adopt innovation, but the match doesn't happen naturally, right? So that's why we participate in this kind of initiatives and in InnoMatch. And we also run our own private initiatives where we kind of help through the process. So first we start with the demanders of innovation, for instance, a hospital or a regional authority, or even a big corporation, to identify a need that can be solved with innovation. Then we also support in disseminating that opportunity, attracting the right partner to solve that need, and then deploying some pilots to actually test if the solution can meet the demands of the buyer. And finally, we also put some measures to ensure that if the pilot has been successful, there's a route to exploitation and sustainability. We've worked on this for more than 10 years now. And in the right-hand side of the screen, you can see some of the partners with whom we've worked. Like you can see healthcare organizations from Spain and other European countries, and also private organizations as the pharmaceutical company MSD, the headquarters that are in Switzerland. Next slide, please. So what do we mean by challenge definition? So here the idea is that you, when you apply to InnoMatch, you wrote an unmet need that you have and then you want to solve, of course. But then this needs some policings. We call this that you need to transform your diamond in the rough to a polished diamond, right? As you can see in the screen. And the idea of this is that you is the process of communicating what you want to the potential companies that will solve your unmet need. So we will need to describe nicely which are, as Lucas said, the functional requirements, which are things that are a must-have for you, which are the things that are desirable but are not mandatory, etc. So that when we publish the call for the EIC companies, they can very easily understand what you want, shape their proposal so that it really fits what you need, create a common understanding between you and that potential supplier once you start your pilot, and even linking to what Lucas presented on the aggregation, if you have observing buyers on board, this will also help to share feedback about you, among you, like for instance, to know if the observing challengers are facing the same exact problem that you're having, or perhaps they have other requirements, and that can help you enrich your own innovation challenge. Next slide, please. So what will we do? The idea is to have both group trainings and online one-on-one sessions. So we will have one first workshop where we will discuss how to properly describe the challenge, which are the best practices, past examples as well. We will also have written feedback. So once you have a compelling version of the challenge, TICBioMed will try to support you to clarify the things that are not 100% well explained, or in general, like areas of improvement. And we will do so in written feedback, but also meeting one-on-one. And we will also provide a challenge template so that you don't miss any of the important parts. Next slide, please. So in practice, what does it mean? The idea is to meet first in the 2nd of October in a workshop. We will send an agenda and invitations to everybody to discuss this template and share the best practice, as I was saying. Then you will give it a first try to translate your unmet need into the challenge template, and we'll send us back the document on the 10th of October. After that, we as TICBioMed will review it and set a meeting with you to discuss those loose strands. After that, you will send a new version that we will also review, and if it's okay to go, we will have the final challenge to be published by the end of October, beginning of November. So that's the idea. It doesn't need to be super intensive work. It's more just devoting some time of shaping your unmet need to make sure that we succeed later. Next slide, please. So that's one thing. And then another thing that we would like to support you with is creating a memorandum of understanding. If you remember in the open call that you applied to, we mentioned that once the EIC company is selected, it is recommended to have a memorandum of understanding or collaboration agreement with them to set like the general rules of the collaboration. So here our idea is to provide you with a template. Perhaps you already have another one that you use in this kind of collaboration. In that case, that wouldn't be a problem. And we make sure that we start drafting the terms of that collaboration so that when the EIC company is selected, you can directly sign that agreement and start working straight away. We will explain this more in detail in the workshop of the 2nd of October, but that's overall the main idea. And if you have any questions that I guess you must have, because it's a bunch of information from all of us, I'm happy to take them at the end of the session. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Elena, for such a nice presentation. We have been talking with our buyers about the refinement of their challenge, but what about the solver who is going to develop the solutions? Ina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Carlos. Can you go to the next slide directly? Where we can see the two open calls. We can see the open calls for the buyers, which was launched in February, and now we are here with you celebrating 4 of the companies of the buyers being selected and the other observing buyers with us that can benefit from the other opportunities that InnoMatch will be offering. You will go through this buyers aggregation phase for those buyers, for those solutions that it will be possible, as presented by Lucas. Then you will have your challenge definition polished, as presented by Elena. And once this is done, we'll proceed with the open calls, with launching the open calls for solution providers, for EIC awardees, as we call them. These are top-notch companies backed by the European Innovation Council. We have very strict criteria for those companies, and we can assure you that at the end of the day, we will choose the best performers, the top performers, to provide a tailored solution to your innovation need. So once the challenge is published by the end of this year, we will use this information. You will use the challenge definition, and it will feed into the open call for EIC awardees that we will be launching in January 2026. With the information for those 4 unmet needs, looking to, at the end of the day, fund 4 pilots. InnoMatch is providing up to 60,000 for each of the pilot, proposing a tailored solution to the buyer's innovation challenge. So next slide, please. What is the involvement of the buyer in this open call for EIC awardees and in this process? As Elena mentioned, you will have to polish, you will work on polishing your unmet need to a publishable challenge, setting up clear conditions, requirements, and everything that is needed for the potential supplier to consider when applying with a solution to your innovation challenge. Then, as part of this, once we launch the open call for EIC awardees, we'll be organizing also our InnoMatch matchmaking sessions, where you will be invited to pitch your challenge, and we'll be inviting companies, EIC awardees, that best fit your innovation challenge, and that are the best applicants for our open call. Once the open call is launched, once we collect the applications from the EIC awardees, the evaluation and selection process for those innovative solutions of your challenges will start. And there you will have a part. You will be invited to check the submitted proposals, and you will have your say as part of the selection committee. And you will have the chance to have the final say of which supplier will be selected being your best fit for your innovation challenge. This will happen only in 2026 once we close the open call and have all the submissions collected. I didn't add here a slide for our upcoming open call for, as we call it, the combo call for payer, TIC, awardee, and buyer. But I just want to take the time to announce it because basically this open call is a great opportunity for all the observing buyers that are here today with us. Your challenge was not selected to go into all the steps and to be published within the open call for EIC awardees, but you have the real chance and opportunity to find through InnoMatch matchmaking sessions that will be organized from November onwards to find EIC awardee that best fits your unmet innovation need and to apply to our combo call where an EIC awardee and a buyer apply together, and it will be launched in November. So this is an opportunity again for the observing buyers. And I'll stop here because I know that we've already shared a lot of information with all the buyers, and it might get a little bit confused, but basically those are the main phases: aggregation, challenge definition, and then we'll take your challenge already polished and we'll use it in our final open call for EIC awardees, where we will be looking and selecting the best company that will, the best supplier for you. Let's put it this way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
I'll stop
Ina.
here.
It is great to know that we can officially and publicly announce that our open call for both buyers and EIC is going to take place in November this year. So for both that you are already warned, you can go to find an EIC awardee. You can use the InnoMatch services as the matchmaking to try to find your partner and apply to this upcoming open call. So now it's time for Lucas to talk about the InnoMatch program to see what is next once the buyer has its solver, its EIC awardee. Now, once the team is finished, what to do then, Lucas?
Could you go to the next slide, please? Yeah, so as soon as you have, you're fully in the program, you got your unmet need turned into a challenge, you got your solution provider from the EIC through an open call selected, then it's time to get to work, right? That's when we are going to test if their solution works for you, works well for you, and you're happy with it. We do that following 3 distinct phases. So first 2 months, it will be a preparation phase. You will start up your action plan, your KPIs, your milestones, those type of things. You'll go into your deployment phase. It's a 6-month period. That's when you're actually going to, get to work, experiment, and do things together with your EIC solution provider. And then we'll have 4 months at the end for assessment. This is where you look back, check the KPIs, see if it was indeed what you envisioned, and then decide how to move forward. The fourth part here, maximize growth, that's throughout the whole 3 phases. It's being supported through on various moments through seminars and also through mentoring. If you could go to the next slide. That's all. That's it already for that part. So I hope it's clear. You have 12 months in total, 3 different phases. From a buyer perspective, it's not going to be super. It's not going to be extremely large administrative burden. This will mostly lay on the EIC solution provider to do the reporting that they need, mostly because they will also be the ones receiving the financial support. So from your side, it's just very important in the prepare phase, work together with your EIC solution provider hand in hand, be clear on what you want to achieve, when are you basically happy, after the 12 months, and also shine some light on what to do afterwards. So if the pilot is a success, what are the options, right? So and that requires honesty and transparency from both sides. So the work you put in at the prepare phase, it's going to pay off so much in the deployment and assessment phase. So yeah, we will be here from our side to support you in that journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucas. And now we can move on to the last topic, which is the last but not least, communication. Paula, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations once again. I'll be brief. I will just give you some brief topics, and afterwards we will send you more details about this. But it's just something to let you know that if you are aiming to communicate your presence on the InnoMatch program, that when you are communicating it and you are displaying the InnoMatch logo, you also need to display the U emblem and a funding statement as well. So we will give you a communication guide with this in more detail for you, and also the link for you to download the U emblem. So don't worry about this. So just you guys to bear it in mind. For instance, if you are doing a news article on your company's website, you can use this information on the bottom. Next slide, please. We also have prepared for you an emblem that is not mandatory for you to use. You can use it or not. So I think it's more easy to just put this instead of visually to all of the information that we have shared with you before. So if you are using this emblem, again, you need to use a statement quote as well. We will send you and prepare a folder for you with this information that you guys have our logo, the emblem, so it will be easy for you to download it as well. Next slide, please. So this is some ideas where you can use the information. So you can use on your website, some promotional materials. So basically any place that you are promoting your presence on our program, you can and you must display this information. Next slide, please. And also, if you are sharing something on social media, please include the hashtag InnoMatch so we can easily track it and we can reshare the information on our LinkedIn as well. And if by any instance, if you are doing some communication material and you want some assistance how to communicate the presence in the program, you can always mail me and I'll be here to help you and guide you through the way. So always feel free to reach out and we will try to help you the best way we can.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Paula.
you so much. It was really quick and brief.
It was quick, but I'm quite sure that we are going to put at disposal of the awardee buyers all this kind of materials and some kind of explanation on how to use them, as well as you already did. But
yes, this was just to. Sorry, it was just to bring the topic to the table. It will give you the buyers a complete guide, so it will be easy to use.
Thank you so much. So now we can move on to the last section of this kickoff meeting, which is the question and answer. There is no moment now to be shy, so we would like to know what are your insights, what could be your doubts regarding the topics that we were discussing today. Now you can raise your hand, open your camera, you can speak out loud. We will appreciate that.
It's the end of a long session.